Hi guys, it's Alan here. We have had a situation. It looks to me that we have a bacterial bloom going on, which is a positive. Now with this tank, because it's only got 60 litres of water, well 50 litres of water, things will change in the tank, so you have to be careful. Don't worry too much. I've just done a pre-water change check and here we go. Now going on this, going on that colour, yeah, we're right on par with that. All we got to do now is wait for 2 days and hope the nitrites go up. Now this is only week 2, so don't expect miracles, but we are doing fantastic. We've had some melt off, which is normal with plants. As you can see, they're doing all right. Now, at the moment, this is cloudy. Do not worry, this is normal. Anything that happens with this tank. Now, I don't know if you looked at my last videos, we've done a modification on the filtration. Since doing that, I've noticed the ammonia has gone down from about 10 to about 0.5, as you can see. And the nitrites went through the roof, which is part of the cycle. Obviously the bacteria is now colonizing for the first part of the nitrogen cycle. The second part is where nitrogen turns into nitrate. So the next time we test this is going to be next week, and it's going to be before the water change, and hopefully the ammonia will be near enough zero, the nitrite will be near enough zero, and the nitrates I'm hoping is going to be around the 60. Now I say that is because the water here at the moment is around about the 40. Now the only other test I would do every month would be a pH test, just to make sure that's working correctly as well. But as you can see, everything's going as planned. I will be getting some fluval substrate to put in here as a cover, and I want someone to tell me about keeping shrimp. I'll be honest with you, someone has said to me, Alan, you must have a TDS pen or meter. Now TDS is total dissolved solids. I know this because I've done this in marine keeping. I've had it piranha as well, which is freshwater, and it's beneath me. I don't get it. TDS, total dissolved solids. But what solids? What am I testing for? You know, you can have 240 total dissolved, I don't know, salt. You put salt into an aquarium salt. I'm not talking about saltwater tanks. I'm not talking about marine tanks. I'm talking about putting Epsom salts in there. You will have a higher TDS reading. So I'd like some answers on that. Also, the introduce of CO2 into the system. Do we have an issue with shrimp? Because as you know from my main tank, I never use CO2 apart from when I had blackbeard algae, which is gone. I mean, there's nothing. As you can see, the plants are booming in here. We have got one of these growing from seed in here, which obviously when it gets clearer we'll see. The second thing I want to talk about is bioload. How do I know my bioload is up to the max? Well, to be honest, you're going to add fish that is going to work in your tank. You're not going to put goldfish in here, that'd be pointless. And you're not going to put anything that's going to get bigger than probably 1.5 inches or 2 centimeters in here. And you've got to be careful with live bearers in a small tank, purely because live bearers every 28 days are going to give birth, and they're going to overwhelm this very, very quickly. So you're not going to put cichlids in here, you're not going to put anything like that. So you're looking at probably tetras. You could probably go shrimp, snails, frogs even. But your tetras are probably going to be your way forward. I would say shell dwellers, something like that as well. And I'm actually going to look at rams, but the small dwarf blue ram, which I've seen, just going to see how they go. Now, whatever you do, you're going to introduce your fish very slowly into this tank, and then you're going to leave it at least a week before, and then you're going to test the water just before. Now, if you've got a show of ammonia, that means you're up to your limit. And also remember, if you are looking at fish, you need to look at the adult fish. You need to look at their environment, the characteristics, whether they need soft water or hard water, things like that. So even though everything's going as planned, I mean, this is only week 2, I'm assuming that it's going to be fully cycled within a 3 to 4 week period, purely because I've added some biomedia from my mature tank. I'm also going to assume what I put in here is going to change the water chemistry really quickly, so I need to be on that quickly. I might even get an RO unit. I've got one somewhere that I used to use for my marine tanks, and remineralise it for calcium and stuff like that. But I'm not sure. Your thoughts on this, guys? Anyone who's got a fluval 57 litre or even the smaller version, maybe can show me a few pictures or ideas of what they've had in there, because in my big tank most of these are going to be going soon, so I'm going to have something a bit different in there. Oh, by the way, these are Mino shrimp. Notice 2 babies, which is strange in freshwater. They need brackish water or a slightly salty water to give birth. But if you notice, they love the peat balls, and they love these white things, which are calcium blocks. It's worth getting those, guys. Now, I'm quite new to shrimp keeping, and they're doing quite well. But any ideas for these guys? You can see the plants are doing really well in there at the moment. Please leave me a note, subscribe, like, whatever you want to do, guys. Let me know. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.